Sam, you're back for another year. Just how pleased are you to have got your future sorted out and to have come back here for another season?
Yeah, it's fantastic to be back in Swindon. I've been here. It's going to be my 8th season, so and obviously I'm happy here, and I like the way the club's going, and obviously with the job as well, working in the community and going to the schools and doing some of the junior program. It was an easy decision, really.
Does it feel like home for you now? Because obviously, you've been a player here for a while. As you said, you're doing the community role. So does this feel like a second home for you, really?
Yeah, definitely. I'm born and bred in Nottingham, but I've been down here so long. I starting to forget what Nottingham's like. But no, it's definitely. I love it here, and I've been very well looked after for all my years, and now with the job as well, it's like I say, it was an easy decision, and I'm excited for another year.
In terms of last season, briefly, just what do you think you guys need to do as a team to sort of go that extra mile in 16-17?
For us, it's always been this thing about consistency. We some nights we will be outstanding, and we'll beat these top teams, and then other nights we'll lose to some of the teams which are below us. So I think it's just about getting this consistency up. Starting early, and everyone working towards the same goal. We had a bit of a mixed up year last year. We changed coaches and a few players in, a few players out. I think that kind of messed with our rhythm a little bit, but hopefully Aaron signs a fantastic team, and we've got a good group of guys already signed back, so it should be great.
You mentioned that core there. It's Aaron's wasted little time in tying down a lot of last year's main players. Stevie Lyle, Jonas Hoog, yourself, Jan Kostel. Just how key is that going forward?
It's very important. All of them guys. I know Neil got released last week as well. So these guys are, they're role models to me, and people like Neil and Jan and people like that. I look up to them, and I want to learn from them. And I'm 25 now, but I've still got a lot of learning to do. So it's fantastic we can keep that core together, and they all know each other. Everyone gets along really well, and hopefully anyone new can just fit straight in.
And having that core of players, do you think that will eventually translate into that consistency that the team have been looking for?
Yeah, I guess that's what Aaron's going for by keeping some of the guys together, and like I say, a lot of us have bonded over the last year and a few years before that. Like Jonas has been here for quite a while now, and Yanni's had a few years, so hopefully we can start pushing towards some silverware.
And in terms of you, from a personal point of view, in terms of playing, what did you make of your performances last season? And if there's one aspect of your game that you would like to improve in 16-17, what would that be?
I think I had an alright year. It was a bit of a tough year for me. I had some family situations going on, so it was a bit of a slow start. But for me, I don't really set too many personal goals. Me and Aaron will go through at the start of the year. But other than that, I just want the team to succeed. I say it every year. If I didn't get a point or assist or goal all season, and we won some silverware, that I'd be the happiest man alive. So I just want the team to do well, and that's my goal. I want to keep pushing forward. I want to improve every year, and I want the team to improve every year. And I really want some silverware. We're overdue.
I think that's the main thing now, isn't it? From everyone at the club, is that silverware. And I think it's good that everyone seems to be pulling in the same direction very early on this summer.
Definitely, over the last few years we've lost in the playoffs, and the team we've lost to has gone and won the playoffs. So we've always been in contention. Every game we've lost in the playoffs over the last few years, which I can remember, has been by a couple of maybe I think even one goal. This year against Guildford, obviously we lost by the one goal, and they went on to win it. I know Peterborough did the same last year. So we're close. We're really close. We just need that extra bit of push, and I think that's what Aaron's going to give us this year.
You share a very special bond with the fans for the way you are both on and off the ice. Just how much did that relationship with those supporters mean to you?
Oh, it means the world. I get on with all the fans. Sometimes the lads make a bit of a laugh and joke about it, but at the end of the day, they're here, and they support us week in, week out. So the least we can do is give some back, and that's obviously what I've started doing more and more with the community as well. So yeah, I think the fans here are unbelievable. Every time we step on the ice, they're loud. They're proud. They're singing their hearts out. So we've got a lot to play for next year.
And let's talk about your role off the ice as well. What you do in the community. Obviously, you've been doing that for a while now. Just how is it going?
It is fantastic. You know, we're improving year to year. We've just been given charity status as well, which is a fantastic achievement. And you know, Steve and Aaron and everyone in the club have put in some very hard work over the last few years. You know, there's a lot of people behind the scenes who and a lot of the fans don't realise what we actually do out in the community as well. So you know, we're in schools nearly every day. In a moment, I've got a school assembly and we've got an after school club, and you know, we have kids coming into the Link Centre too. We work with disability sports, and of course we have the junior academy too, which is the largest junior academy in the country. So you know, we have a lot going on. So you know, it keeps me busy during the week, and then you know, Saturday, Sundays it's ice hockey time.
And how much does it mean to you to be able to go out and sort of involve yourself in the community, especially being a player and sort of having the support you do from the fans? So how much does it mean to be able to go and give something back to the local community?
Oh, definitely. You know, it's lovely to be able to go and deliver sessions for school kids, and you know, have the disability come into the rink, and you know, we help them. We run a disability session every week. It's fantastic to give back, and you know, it's what I've studied at university for 5 years. So you know, I did sports coaching and sports studies degrees. So it's a fantastic job for me to step into.